Typography. We see typography in many places in our daily lives. We see it on products, we see it on magazines, we see it on advertisements. So let us see what it is about. So it is a way to set the theme or mood of promotional content by drawing attention with specific fonts. It is used for conveying different messages to the reader. So basically, effective typography combined with the designer's use of colors, shapes, and images is what makes a successful final product. So, in simple words, typography is the appearance and presentation of text using typefaces. In other words, typography makes the text alive. So, what are typefaces? Let us see. So, what is typeface? A typeface is a specific design of letters and numbers with changes in the size, weight, slope, width, and other characteristics. For example, here's a typeface with the name Grold, and now there are variations in it which are called fonts. So there can be Grold Bold, Grold Bold Italic, Grold Extra Black, etc. As you can see in the image, these are the different types of fonts of the typeface Grold. So now we have a typeface Roboto. Let us see what are the fonts it has to offer. So there's Roboto Thin, which is a thinner version of the regular font. Then there's Roboto Light, which is slightly thicker. Then there's Roboto Normal, Roboto Medium, which is slightly thicker than the normal, and Roboto Bold, which has the highest weight compared to all the other fonts. And then this Roboto Black, which is like extra bold, which is now even more thicker than the rest of the font. So there are different categories of typefaces which are used in different situations. The first one is serif font. So in serif font, what happens is the letters will have these small curvatures on the ends. And then there's sans serif font, which doesn't have those curves. And then we have some display fonts, which are some fancy fonts like script. So these are not used for writing a lot of text. These are just for decorative purpose, so usually used for titles. Now let us see the anatomy of a typeface. First we have the base line, we have the ascender line, the descender line, X height, cap height, stem, serif, leading. So let us find out what tracking is. Without tracking, this is how a word looks. And with tracking, this is how the word looks. So what do we mean by this is the tracking is the distance or the space between the letters of the word. So you can see this is the spacing between the letters in a word. So tracking is adjusting the horizontal distance between a group of letters or characters. Next, kerning. So without kerning and with kerning, what you can see is the space between N and I is different compared to the rest of the letters. So kerning is the space between two letters. So it is usually used for designing logos. So what is the difference between tracking and kerning? In tracking, we adjust the space between all of the letters, whereas in kerning, only the space between two letters is adjusted. Now, what is leading? So without leading, this is how a paragraph will look like. So you can see that there is no space, there's no vertical space between the lines, and it is very difficult to read. So it is very important to give proper spacing between the lines so that it is more legible. With leading, with 20% spacing, this is what it looks like. Now it is more legible and I can read it easily. It says, this paragraph has loose leading. You can find examples of this in the online world. You can see the difference, guys. Next topic, very important topic, is hierarchy. So let us see how our paragraphs look with and without hierarchy. So without hierarchy, this is how our set of paragraphs look. And with hierarchy, this is how our set of paragraphs look. So what we mean to say is, it influences the order in which your audience view your content. So on the left side, everything looks similar. None of the text is given importance. So the viewer doesn't know which text to read first. Whereas on the right side, we have given a slightly higher weight to the title and the paragraph below it. So when we look at it, we see our view first goes on to typography hierarchy rather than if you look at any website. So this is how hierarchy works. It shows you which one to read first, which one to read next, and so on.